Welcome to Relationship Straight Talk, and my name remains Ihani Ejogo, your favorite relationship coach. A few weeks ago, I don't know if you've seen the video, there was a video that just caught my heart, and that's what we're going to be discussing. Celebrating, identifying and celebrating womanhood. It's probably something women aren't doing as much, and definitely something men are not doing as they ought. So I think it's something to put out. T.D. Jakes talked about one of the quagmires going on in the world today is that women are so not sure of what they want that they now want to be men. And I want to just speak to that. I'm speaking to women and to all the men who love them, old, young, or relatives. Womanhood is not a disadvantage. You know, the same way being a man is not all advantage. There are men who truly do not want to go to war, but they don't have that choice. It's all about the women, and so for the next few minutes I'm just going to be identifying and celebrating why women are women. Let me give an example. Every time we go to a fancy restaurant or we go to do something really nice, right? Every time we pick items on the menu, my wife's items on the menu usually almost the sum total of all of us on the table, and most times she doesn't know. Most times she didn't check the price list, or my point is she naturally knows better. She knows the finer things. She can tell good material when she sees it. She can tell nice wine when she sees it. She can. So first off, understand that a woman is man 2.0. When God wanted to upgrade man, God had finished man, and then God says it is not good for man to be alone. Guess what he made? A woman. So a woman was God's upgrade. When God was saying, look, I've made a man, he's running around the garden naming animals, but I need to take this to the next level. Put him to sleep and took a part of him and made man 2.0. So she was the upgrade of the man. She was the more calculated one. You know, the woman is the one that can tell if the hostess or the waiter is being flirtatious or otherwise. She just has a way of knowing. And it's not a bad thing. This is why this discussion today is such a powerful thing. Please feel free to comment. Let me know your thoughts about this. I'm not saying that all women are weak. I'm saying that there is a strength in being a woman across board. There is something special about you. When my wife was going to give birth to our first son, that was when I knew that God knew why men could not be pregnant and have children. Because it was a special type of strong that was required. It wasn't iron, it was fortitude. You know, it was like real grit. You know, it was like, she was making sounds that, would haunt you in sleep. The pain was unbelievable. I saw a lab, I can't remember the country now, that had done some nodes, and they put around a man's belly and back and around the head to simulate the effect of pregnancy. And the men that did it were literally useless. They couldn't get up of their beds. They were just rolling on, And it tells you that there is something abnormally, beautifully strong about being a woman. That a man, no matter how hard he tries, will never be able to understand. But now my point is, do women even understand that that is an advantage? Because it seems as though, for a lack of a better word, women are getting tired of being women and are suddenly thinking that there is something more interesting on the man's plate. And I want to just encourage every queen, every princess, every, I have a new word. You probably see it on the screen. Glamazon. She's glamorous and she's an Amazon. And when you put those words together, she becomes a glamazon. The woman usually knows what fits the man. After dressing herself up, she usually knows what he should wear to compliment her. And a man, most times, 9 out of 10, cannot tell his wife what to wear to save his own life. Because he probably is not wired that way. Fashionistas, maybe some fashion heads might be able to do that, but it's not, because the terms and conditions. So when they say T's and C's apply, what they are saying is there's an understanding and then there is an execution that makes a man and makes the woman a woman. Please hear me. I understand when women say they're fighting to earn equal pay or to have equal opportunity. I can understand that. But when it gets into the place where women think that they need to be men to win, or they need to become the man. I watched the documentary sometime, I think it was Dr. Phil, I can't remember the game show or the show I watched, and the woman was saying, I've got a car, I've got a house, I've got a job, I don't need my man to do anything. Guess what? That man cheated on her. That man. So she was going on and on about having a car, having a house, having a day, because you have taken what should equip him to be a man. You've taken that from him. Guess what? He goes to look for some other rickety chick that probably wants to depend on him and still keeps this, and then goes to look for some rickety chick. Meaning that whilst those things make you look good, they on the long run will not make you feel good, because you're going to get to 50, you're going to get to 45, you're going to get to 60, and then you'll find out that evenings things look different. A man kind of looks like coming into his own in his 60s. Suddenly his white beard looks like something he should have. When a man with beards and all white beards wears a shirt and a t-shirt, suddenly looks as if he's starting life all over again. But for the woman, if you spend all that time trying to compete and battle, guess what? When you get to 55, you're going to look like 95. No matter the amount of makeup, no matter the amount of, and then it's going to be everybody just got up and left. After all I did for them, everybody is up and left. I want to just be that first voice to just become the conscience again. Let's make womanhood great again. Let's own it. Let's wear it like a badge. Men wear their silly manhood. They wear it shamelessly with their pot bellies, with their abs, with no abs, with their drunkenness, with their dysfunctionalities, they wear it. They'll gather with their scruffy beard, with their dirty clothes, but they would show, when you call for men would show up broken, strong, weak, intelligent, ignorant. But when you call women now begin to even create categories around them. I'm smart, I'm strong. Men would show up as men. And then in life, you will find out who's stronger. You will find out who's smarter. Women already off the gates are putting disadvantages in front of other women. And this shouldn't be so. We must get to the point where we're celebrating all women, not only women in tech, not only women in engineering, not only women in governance. All women are amazing. The ability for a woman to tell when the child is sick, long before the child tells the mom, is something that I would never understand. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I would never. Just comment if you know what I'm talking about. How a woman can tell that this kid is not looking good. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think that the definition of strength for men and for women, whilst they are both almost around the same thing, their experiences are different. It's really weird. I've never, but if you know someone, just comment. I've never had men gather and say, we want to be pregnant to see how it feels. We want to just have labor. We want to just and push. I don't think we do that. It's not, because that's not the type of strength. A man was not given that type of strength. The woman must understand that her being special is not even people patronizing her. It is nobody else will or can do it. Nobody else. When they argue about, we don't need any man in the world, or men say we don't need any woman, it doesn't make any sense. The woman will need the semen of the man to give birth to the child that will not produce the next semen. So without the man, there still will be no offspring. Now, if you now want to now back it up with one more step, I want to hear your comments on this one. Man was first made, but man could not do anything by himself, so the woman was made. So guess what? Man showed up first to the game. It doesn't mean he's better. It just means that God created the utility before he created functionality. He made the man, then made the womb man. So the word woman, I call it the womb of man, the one that can incubate. So when you give a woman, so I hear things like when you give a woman lime, she'll make lemonade. When you give her yam, she'll make porridge. When you give her a house, she'll make a home. Now, whilst men can do that, men cannot take pride in it. Men cannot say, oh, I'm a homemaker. It's, even though there are men that would like to say they are homemakers, we would laugh. Because we think that whilst you can, we know who's the expert at it. And so the same way the woman must first understand that she's an expert at certain things. Even though men can cook today, men can draw, men can dance, men can pole, dance and do all that crazy stuff, we know predominantly a woman was the one designed to be the affection, attention. To be the affection, attention. So God passes a goat in front of Adam. Adam like, yeah, goat. God passes a kangaroo. Yeah, right, kangaroo. Then God passes a woman and Adam freezes. Adam literally begins to shake. Adam goes into a prophetic frenzy. You are a woman, bone of my bone, flesh. What does that mean? The woman is designed to be the affection, attention of the man. So the man's job is to find out what can he do to make her comfortable? What should he do to make her happy? How can he work to make sure she doesn't have to work? And if you check through, some people make jokes about it, that Eve was doing nothing. That was why she had time to talk with the serpent. Adam was everywhere, walking all around the place. But you see, I also have an issue with the man. Because if you were giving her the type of attention that she needed, she wouldn't be talking to some snake. So either ways, there is a place for woman. Womanhood is as much a conversation as manhood, and should not let the conversation not all tilt to manhood. If we have an all-male world, it's going to be a dark world. It's going to be a dark. Can you imagine a planet of all men? Testosterones everywhere, grooms, beards, hair, smelling, body odor. Can you imagine what that would look like? Now, women think that it's going to be an amazing world when you have a whole planet of women. They truly think the details that they don't. Maybe I'll do 10 lessons I learned from Wonder Woman. So we're going to do that soon. So just watch out for that. A whole planet that had women means that after that first generation, they will die. Because there's no man to get the semen. So when I saw children amongst them, when I saw Wonder Woman, I said, where's your dad? When people have one place where we kept a tank, a GP tank of semen that you are taking and working from, how many men did you have to kill to do that? Because either ways, nobody wins in this thing if we go that route. We must begin to find out what are the things that make women exceptional. Women are intuitive. Women know things more than men. There are 1,001 things that women can do better than men that men will never want to compete with them for. And I think at this junction, while we know that men are good, let's celebrate, identify, and highlight the value systems of women. With these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to help you understand that being a woman is not being weak, it's not being small, it's not being the other half, but being an asset. And I think that everywhere we go all over the world, let's make womanhood famous again. Okay, hope this was helpful, hope this was value. As always, let me hear your comments down there. You'll see my social media handles. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and we're on Facebook and all those platforms. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, tell everybody you know, to tell everybody they know, to tell everybody who owes them money that there's a channel that everybody needs to get to. Alright, this is value. Let's make it grow. Until I come your way again, relationship straight talk. My name remains Ihanye Jogu, and I'll see you next time.